Martin was one of the rare people in his time who had a deep sense of what it is to be a human being, who had a deep sense of the lesson of the passion and crucifixion of Christ, and was able to bring to politics, which he didn't go in to get in as politics as such. He was a natural leader. The natural leader is one who comes not from the political process as such, but from the people. Martin never achieved political office. Yet he was probably as important a figure of the United States as any modern president. He achieved that. His authority as a leader came from the people. He fought against the people and with the people to free them. He was a leader in a true sense. His power as a political force in the nation and in the world came from his relationship to the people. And that's our situation today, and what I'm so glad to be here and have this opportunity to be with you. Because you typify those who are struggling in this country and abroad for the so-called forgotten man. As Franklin Roosevelt was summoned in 1933 to the presidency, 80% of the population of the United States in particular, and many around the world, are the forgotten man and woman. Nobody really cares about them. Take the case of healthcare, healthcare history. Take the case of all kinds of things. The only way you can renew a nation, as Martin made a great contribution to renewing the United States, is you have to go to the forgotten man and woman, especially to the have-nots. And if you can express a loving attitude toward the problem of the have-nots, those who are on the lower side of life, then you are capable of representing the principle upon which modern government should be based. The same principle that Jeanne d'Arc made possible, in a sense, in her contribution to the emergence of France as the first modern nation state committed to the general welfare. If you want to be a true politician, you must be committed to the general welfare. You must be committed to mankind. And to be committed to mankind is to look at the person who's in the worst condition in general and uplift them. Then you really have proven that you care about the general welfare. If you don't go to those people, you're not with the general welfare. If you don't have your roots in a fight for the general welfare, you're not capable of leading our nation, which is a nation constitutionally committed to the general welfare. Martin had that. All the great leaders of history have usually come out of that kind of background. They were not born leaders, they were not elected to be leaders. Some of them became elected in the course of life, but they didn't start out and establish their leadership by being elected. They established their leadership by finding their roots in the struggle for the well-being of humanity. They became the representatives of some group struggling for that right, or advocate of that group struggling for its rights. And they rose to a position of leadership because they had the moral character built into them in the image of the passion and crucifixion of Christ. And as they get deeper into the business, and it becomes more dangerous as they get more influential, life does become more dangerous as you become more influential. Then they realize that they are risking their life. And they have to ask themselves, for what am I going to risk my life? For what will I not? Will I not betray, even at the cost of losing my life? And you're thrown right back to the question of the crucifixion and passion of Christ. And that's where we are today. Martin had that.